games. Skulls in his path, piled to the sky. Laugh like hell as your heroes die. No gods, no kings, just chaos and ash. Every line he spits a digital flash. The screen is his altar. Your fate on display. He owns the void. You're just prey. Chaos ground dripping red in the light. Rule this bitch like the end of the night. Breaking your world, killing your dreams. Fuck your idols, he runs a machine. Chaos crown, bow or decay. Tommy reigns, you fade away.
Good morning, LCU. The talent is here. The opinions are here. And the original is here. Ken of Low Cow Cafe fame. We're gonna, I don't know, let me find my, what's it called here? We're supposed to be nice to everybody today, Ken.
Cha! I'm not a host. I can shit talk anybody I want to. Fuck that shit.
What do you want to do? What do you want to shit talk? Go right ahead.
Oh, man. Well, let's start with our best friend, Rastov.
Okay.
Let's start with that guy.
He didn't show up for his
buddy.
We heard he didn't show up for his punishment. Then I found out he did.
Yeah, he
Well-
was.
Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead. Ken.
Straight up, straight up, bro. So I reached out to that dude. I was like, "You good, bro?" He's just gonna fucking ignore me. I'm like, "Really, bro? You really gonna do that? Like, after everything we fucking been through, bro, you're gonna ignore me of all fucking people? All right, bro, cool."
Well, you know what I keep hearing is you guys, want to start a little controversy with sort of a. Are you a wrestling fan? You're big enough to be.
Yeah.
That it
I
was
used
kind of
to
a.
be.
It was kind of a work yourself into a shoot situation. You know,
Yes,
like you,
100%.
and that's what happened. But do you ever think for a minute that it was always a shoot in his end, and you were the mark?
I mean,
Yeah.
here's
that's
the
what I
problem.
think.
I try to think the best of people, but then
Good
shit
move.
happens.
Smart move.
Shit does
Especially here,
happen.
Ray.
Oh, yeah.
I could have told you that. You know.
Yeah, I know. Well, you weren't here yet, Tommy. What the fuck, bro?
I bounced. But go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're not. You're good. Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those like weird things. It's almost like sympathy baiting. It's like, hey, let me give you the keys to this opportunity, but no, I don't want it. I want to do something better than that.
Yeah.
And then you know the emotion you're gonna invoke out of people, right? You knew what was gonna come your way. It's like you want to feed on it, right? You want to feed on it and still say fuck you. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
I don't know. I think he screwed you, to be honest with you. Not the way you think he did. I don't think he got you fired. I think what happened was he never was a buddy to everybody. I think it's all about himself. But I'm also starting to wonder if this latest stunt they're pulling, they got it was mentioned to me by my staff there that I guess they got somebody monetized in that with Boogie being interned, and now he's being interned. So I gotta wonder if this is good. Well, go ahead. I mean, it's just like a good idea to get the Second Circuit going. That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to I don't know shit about behind the scenes anymore because I don't need to. I'm not here. I'm not here like that. But I have a lot of theories, and I just don't know if I should. I don't know if I should say it on an LCU show. You know what I mean?
I'm all for
Well,
it. Man.
I mean, they're your opinions. We're here for the opinions, right?
I'm here for your opinions, woman.
Fine. Fuck it. I'll say it. I think the whole Boogie getting fired was a stunt to help Glammy get monetized, and now Rastov doing this whole shit is a stunt to help Big Gemini get. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's on there with Rain. He's on Rain now with Thick Gemini, and that's a new channel.
Well, Lolcow Live went about 8 hours, and I did the last 30 minutes. I thought they were just having a good time partying, still a weekend stream. And they made it sound like he just blew them off completely. I come into the meeting, the cafe meeting, and then Sunshinery tells me, oh, he did it like an hour. I'm like, what do you mean he did an hour? like, what are you talking about? You know?
That's funny.
So the way they sounded, because Scooter's sitting there like, oh, I'm desperate, and Boogie said he's going to call out and all this other stuff. Thanks so much. Do appreciate it.
Thank you, Silver Knight.
I can't sing that far. Thank you, Silver Knight. So yeah, it's probably, and you know what? It's not one of these things like he will probably take it like good if it helps the LCU, great. I suppose. I mean, I don't really care that stunts are being pulled. My whole policy is, yeah, maybe you'll even fool me on one. If you want to pull stunts, pull stunts. I don't care. But yeah, it's tough to tell whether Rastov really got fired or not.
Yeah, because I mean, you could go either way with it. I personally, I know what I think, and not a lot of people can probably think what I think. That's what I is, and I know some people are not allowed to say that out loud because they're afraid of getting fired. I'm already fired, so I don't give a shit. So it's just kind of one of those things, bro.
Like I can say whatever at this point.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So let's go back to the rest. So you guys got together. You liked each other. He basically told you that he wanted a juice cafe. He came up with this idea to kind of snipe at each other, and then the whole thing, the sniping became like a legitimate reality. All right, so we got that, but how did you guys hook up? Like, were you cool prior to that?
So we've always been somewhat friendly, right? Okay. Because I try to be a nice person. I don't know if you've ever really watched me on these shows. I try to be a nice person, look at both sides of the coins. I think it's fair to everybody. Yeah, better like that. Good move. And yeah, and the more and more it kind of happened, it just we talked less and less about it. Like what really got me was him saying that I was a Rewind copy. Like that really burned me because
Why did
in my personal opinion, and Tommy, I don't even know if you remember this conversation. I started a little show called The After Show.
Yeah,
bring that up. You were the OG Rewind.
And remember, Tommy, I called you and I wanted to talk to you about it, right?
And then
you had to talk.
I think I was going to do it, but everything fell apart, so I wasn't really a part of it anywhere by the time we're going to do it. Yeah, I seem to remember that.
Yeah, the time because of Plex being in California time period, and you're in Germany, it was hard to just schedule.
It wasn't working. I definitely would have got around to it, but then the whole drama happened in that summer, so it wasn't worth it. Yes, but go ahead.
Yeah, 100%. No, I get that. So, and when Rewind was made, the whole idea was to either pluck me or Complexity off and put it on Rewind. Okay. Right? I ended up going to Rewind. Okay. And I did it for 2 episodes, and because of my job, I couldn't commit to the 10 o'clock.
To it, yeah.
So it just better.
So you had a morning show that was sort of a rewind too, and we rewind a lot of stuff, usually stuff related to me. Well, I'm an egomaniac, but
we went on right after Queens did, before there was even a rewind. So we were doing rewind before rewind existed. So to me, I'm like, bro, we were the idea for rewind. I don't give a shit.
So you thought of it, and then he accused you of copying off of somebody else, and the people that are doing it, somebody else, was your idea to fucking begin with.
Yeah, not to mention that Rewind also gave Cafe the blessing to do the morning rewind, which was called Remind, because we're reminding people of what happened the day before and everything that they could have missed on.
Yeah, so if it wasn't for your regular job, then you would have happily stayed with Rewind. So this was kind of a something that worked for you. It worked for your schedule. And a morning show, I mean, it sounds good on the surface, but in internet reality, it's like the worst time to stream. But it is.
You can't, don't say that. Don't say that.
I say it's a fact. It's a law. It's
not an excuse, Tommy.
It is an excuse. There's there's 1 out of 3 time zones awake. I mean, that's a mathematical reality, But
straight up.
Yeah, I mean, look. I only did a little better than you, and I'm sure PewDiePie would do better than both of us. But still, it's not. You would be stupid to keep PewDiePie at this time. It's just the way it is. But I always wanted to do I like the show and I like the time slot, and it actually kind of frees me up to do some of the other shows if I feel like doing them or something like that. Scooter was asking me, so it kind of it works out for. And then with my time zone, it's all right. I mean, I could do the morning and I can do the afternoon. So. Here's the thing I noticed. I obviously, a lot of the Mexicans or the Cafe DACA team, They first I get here and they really don't like him, but I didn't care.
I wonder why.
I didn't care one way or another. They didn't, because I'm like, it just didn't bother me. I came in, I was like, I'm gonna attack everybody because it's funny, you know.
Yeah, regardless. That's what this whole thing is kind of
I'm
about.
I'm gonna attack everybody because it's funny, and let's just get the whole thing going. And we actually made friends out of the whole thing, and most people got it. The only people that had a little trouble with me was Nightmare and Rastov. Nightmare gets me now. Nightmare gets me now.
Nightmare is cool with you now.
Yeah. Nightmare gets me. And well, as soon as he figured out that I live in Europe and he can't pull some bullshit on me, because I know a little bit about like Celtic countries, England, and how things kind of roll. Once he figured that out, he was like, all right, he's busting my nuts. You know, because all those, like the English, the Scottish, the Irish, the Welsh, they're always picking at each other, but they do it different than they do it here. So you know, once he realized 100%. That I was kind of coming from that sort of perspective, that we were cool. But anyway, but Rastov did this weird thing. So we did the Kill Yourself song, which is a little edgy, I guess, but that's a morning shock jock thing to do. Well, he starts, you know, suggesting that's going too far. Oh, Mr. Fun, you know? I mean, like, what are you talking about? It's going too far. We're doing
Fun police.
Yeah, like we're
well, he's the community manager. He was one of the community managers, so he kind of had to police on the fun a little bit.
A dumbass job. I can't. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, community manager. He had an Annie. What is it? A Little Lord Anthony, Little Orphan Annie decoder pin. He might as well, or a Spider-Man fucking fan club. I don't give a fuck. You know,
straight up.
Yeah. So you know, so I noticed, like, I know what that is. That's passive aggressive way to get at me. You know, so I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, Ken's gone, so that was your beef, right? Like, and then you know, there's they're making little slights towards her, and I'm like, well, you know, of course I'm gonna defend the show, and of course I'm gonna do this, and then I realized, oh, this guy's passive aggressive. It's like nothing makes me hate somebody more than passive aggressive behavior. Yeah, you know, and then I do think he probably snaked you. I don't think he got you fired or anything.
You did. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, you're kind of right, but not because I didn't call Keem and say fire Bigfoot. Fuck that guy. I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Screw you, Tommy. This is all your fault.
If I can say, like, the one thing that really bit me in the ass about it is I couldn't finish the month out.
Yeah,
because normally with hosts, if they're gone, that you can at least finish out the month. Because
that was my fault too. I'll tell you what happened there. I'll tell you exactly what happened there. He said, "When can you go?" So I did I don't know anything that's going on. So I did the what every boss wants to hear. I could go right away. You know, I could go tomorrow. So that was just a coincidence. If he would have said wait the month out, I would have advertised it on my show for 2 weeks. That's just bad luck. That was more me I'm ready to go, but I wanted to show him that I was ready to go. It wasn't like, oh, I got to cut Bigfoot out of the picture. You know?
Well, in the LCU, it's like if you royally fuck up, right, then you're gone immediately and someone has to replace you. But if you're just getting replaced or whatever, they at least let you. Yeah. So I think that also kind of put it in my head, like what happened and how the bullshit that happened in the beginning after all that happened, like with me and, you know, Rastov, Billy, and Xylee and all that. That was the final thing. Like, they really want me out, this motherfucker. Right. And then Gidgey and the N-word, and then Billy and the driving incident. Literally, all that happened as soon as I was gone. In my brain, I'm like, what did I do so bad?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think it was money. They thought I could bring in a little more.
Y'all been killing, bro. Yeah. I love what y'all done with Cafe, bro. Like, honestly, y'all are doing amazing, and I watch it every morning I can. Literally, I swear I do. I love it.
I think it's sad, and that's another thing. Why haven't you, like, they seem to be giving shows to every retard off the street? Why don't you get involved in the second circuit or something like that?
Funny part about that.
Go ahead. Let me hear.
So, you remember when I came up here and Billy was up here and we were going round and round and Keen came up here? And we were talking shit about the leaderboard, and Keem nipped the leaderboard that Cafe episode. The leaderboard is back, and I'm like, why?
I know. It sucks.
Why?
I know.
Personally,
competition.
personally, I think it's easier to rate all the shows instead of having to go to the back end of every single show and look at the analytics. I think it's just easier that way.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's not so much like because he took it down for the reasons, but he probably needs to see it. You know, the problem is it becomes content. Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say. He likes the drama that comes from it. He does. He likes to sit back and he likes to watch everybody.
Like our buddy Rastov was using the leaderboard, and then I offered to take his place. I'll put Cafe at your spot. See how you do. Because that alone is good. Yeah. Like let's see how you do. You know, I mean, everybody's fighting. Like we're all pretending that we're not fighting to get better spots to bring in more money. Well, that's exactly. And I just get the vibe from him is he's just trying to corner that market. You know, and that's what I got, and then I started showing like everybody's had a boss like Rastov before, you know, a guy that kisses ass that he's like he pretends this kind of smile on your face, and I here's the thing, like I picked up on that long before I even got lectures. I was like, yeah, this is I look for personality traits to have fun with people, otherwise known as bullying.
You're good at reading people.
But he ticked every slot for me. Well, you can't pick on somebody. You can't just like you're going after Ken. You know, like, oh, Ken, like you're a piece of shit. Like everybody's like, well, why? You know, they want to know. With Rastov, it's like, oh, we know why. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
So you have to do it smart. So even when I like went down the list of all when I did the talent introduction, you know, I said one thing after another, and most people like, oh, what's her name? Not Valerie, the one that stiffed CD-ROM. What's her name? I talked to her last night. Lacey. Right? Yeah, Lacey. I like Lacey. Yeah, like she. Oh no, it wasn't Lacey. It was Zay. Like I said, she looks like a like a kind of a failed titty Call of Duty streamer or something like that. And she calls me up and says, "How did you know? I was doing that for years."
That's funny.
Yeah. Like, I think that was the way to handle it. You know.
Yeah, you just gotta own up to it, have fun with it.
Yeah, they handle it. But I think you've seen with Denmark coming up, and Denmark's going to be a star, and I'm all through it. See, I'm not looking to block him out. I'm looking to build him up because I think if you have a superstar, it's just going to help all of us, and it's the attitude I always had. Unfortunately, even in like in regular YouTube outside the LCU, nobody looks at it that way. No. You know, I'm sorry, like real quick, like how are you able to last so far in the commentary community? You know, because most people only do 2-3 years and what have you. I'll tell you how I lasted so long. When people moved past me, I worked with them and not against them, and I didn't let my ego get in the way of it. That was the truth. So when guys like Nick Diorio and Bobax and even Tipster and they all moved ahead, you know, I maintained relationships with them. As well with Bobax, that's a whole different story. But you know, it's like I didn't hate them forever. It just seemed like a waste of, time. And I don't want to be seen as somebody that melted down and left the internet because my friend did well. You know.
Yeah.
And you went about it the right way.
And then here's another thing too. Like me and down on Dave. Like Dave passed. Like in the early days of YouTube, Dave passed me, and then I passed him, and then he passed me back. And we never let that come between us. And and then the beta thing happened for me, but you know what he did? He jumped on board and got really supportive. So I think that's really just a smart way to handle it on low. But I don't think most people think I got to screw this person. I got to make, like, what was Denmark? Denmark said something about my girlfriend. Denmark was mean. Denmark. That's the whole point. It's why they're bringing him in. You know, and he's another thing too. He's good for the LCU because he's young, and most of the LCU hosts tend to be older in their 30s. Why that's not old? It's harder to bring in kids. Yeah, it's the internet. It's hard to bring in kids. So it's just a reality
getting a better
situation.
balance now, especially with like the newer shows and like the interns. And he's definitely helping. Yeah, we need more.
A crazy story. I know this big YouTuber. His name's Dumpy, and he came from Dumpy. He's one of my favorites. That. He tells me over the weekend. I said he jumped into one of my streams and he said. I asked him, "Was like you checking out Cafe?" And he said, "To be honest with you, I caught the first episode. It was great, and I haven't caught one since." And he goes, "But a friend of mine is starting to get something going over somebody I used to talk to when I was a teenager, and I was friendly with him. We weren't tight. His name's I think you guys call him Denmark, And yeah, I was like, and I'm like,
Oh
oh
yeah.
God, yeah, that guy's a star. He's like, he's like, you have no idea how funny that guy is. And
He's
anything,
hilarious.
and anything he's done now is just gonna get funnier. Yeah.
You just can't take him seriously. You just got to roll with it and talk shit back to him. That's all you got to do, bro.
I did. He has this really good way of absorbing it. Like if you call him like a junk, yeah, maybe you're right, and then he just goes along with it and moves that way. I mean, I think that's really the best way to do with it. You know,
he hit me up. He wants to do like a drinking stream sometimes. So I feel like that would be a lot of fun.
I'd be talking to that.
Oh yeah,
talking to that. Probably a little
more. Beautiful.
Oh, would you join us? Would you join us, Tommy?
Yeah, I can't do it all the time, but you know, I can't be doing drugs. Can't be doing drugs for money. I did now it is a member stream. I flipped it to members. You can see.
Okay.
That shit hit me all at once. Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the end you were so out of it. You were so tired. I saw the look on your face. You were like, "Get me the hell out of here."
I've never been a drug guy. Never
really?
Been. Never. Well, all right. When I was a teenager, getting some weed and getting stoned or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not anything crazy. You know?
When I got out, shit.
Yeah. See,
I went the fuck in, bro.
Oh yeah.
I got two funny stories there.
Okay.
I may have some epilepsy on some kind of deep level, but I have to really stare in the light because I went to a place called the Limelight in New York City. It's an old church, and my buddy talked me into and back then. So this is late 1994, like October of 1994, right? Mm-hmm. And it's fucking 32 years ago.
It was a long time.
Yeah, it was a long ass time ago, right? So you know, I got high with those guys. I smoked, and I had to wear all this gay dance clothing and what have you. And then
beautiful.
I was watching this girl dance in a cage, right? This is a big club, not like a strip club. It's a big, I don't know, some people in New York might know what it is. And I was watching the flashing light behind her. And then the next thing I remember is feeling cold air and the security guards pushing me out the fucking door to let me there. And then my friend Chris is like punching my chest, like not like to get my heart started, just punching my chest, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, wake up. And then I woke up, right? And then he says, we thought you were ODing. Like, what did you do? I was like, I smoked the fucking weed you gave me, a jerk off. He said, they were going to let you die, man. And I'm like, I think I just passed out. And then I think it was the lights or something.
Yeah,
so maybe,
you like greened out or some shit.
Yeah, it happened once after that, about 10 years later when I was playing video games and stayed up like 2 days straight playing Quake. So I think it has the combination of being tired. But I play a lot of video games, you can see. I was
going to say, behind you, bro, you got this road. So,
yeah, so it's like, it's just, and I've seen I purposely watched the Pokemon that killed like, I don't know, 10,000 Japanese kids just to see what would happen.
Lavender Town? Wasn't that what it was called? I think it was called Lavender Town or some shit like that.
I think it has something to do with being tired. But yeah, I think that was it. So when I woke up, I was like, that's the last time I do shit. And that was the last time I did something until 3 months before I joined the Army. So that would have been in 2003. So 9 years later. Yeah, I wanted to, like, just in case I got clipped in Iraq, I was like, all right, I'm aboard Jay for the road. You know? And that was a disaster too. So I would wait another 10 years. So here's what happened there. Like, there's this guy, it's called the Irish Pub in Fords, New Jersey. And this guy came in and he's like in a band, and I was into music and stuff. I used to be in a lot of bands, and he's like, hey man, why don't you come back and smoke a joint? I was like, I'm thinking about joining the Army. I'm sure they'll test me. He's like, when are you going in? I was like, well, I was thinking about, this summer. He said, well, go now and then like wait 30 days and go in August. And I was like, all right. Go in August like and then you'll be good. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. I haven't had a joint since that incident in 1994. I'll go. I'll go.
You're like, I'm ready for a new incident to occur.
Well, it did. It did. So we go in there, and then it's just like I'm in high school again. And I smoked a little bit, like a real tiny bit. And I couldn't fucking pick my right foot up. It was really bad. I mean, this guy was like really hardcore. Damn. Yeah, it was like, I don't remember this. And he kept on saying, it's stronger than you remember. It's been a long
Oh, yeah.
time. That's what he's
Weed has
telling.
changed a lot.
Yeah, it's stronger than you remember. Well, I used to hear that back in '94, and before that all the hippies would say, "Man, this shit's way stronger than." I guess you could smoke a joint like a cigarette back in the '60s, and no big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now like you do that.
It depends how you. It depends how you grow it, right? Because my uncle, he grows. It's legal where he's at, and he grows it.
Yeah.
And what his is like, you get a nice calm for like 2 hours, and it goes away. It's very, very light. But now that it's legal, there's like science behind it. You can get degrees in horticulture for the shit.
Genetically engineered weed.
Yeah, I used to see that in the High
It's
Times
wild, bro.
magazines. Yeah, I hated those guys in high school. Like, man, I got the hydro and this and that. Shut the fuck up. I want to go party. You know, get the science of it. And shit. So
give you some green and shut the fuck up.
He starts telling me, and then he puts on, because everybody, you could actually do this on YouTube for free now. He gets Dark Side of the Moon and he puts on Wizard of Oz, and he times it right because a lot of that's like a thing. There's nothing to it.
They line up.
Yeah, Roger Waters said it's total fucking coincidence and bullshit, right? So they start doing that, and I've done that before. And he's like, "How do you feel?" And I'm like, I gotta be honest. I want to go home. I can't. And he said, "Well, go home." I was like, "I can't get up." And he's it's stronger. Move. It's stronger than it used to be. He's like, "Dude, you can crash here, right?" And keep in mind, all right, this guy's dressed in because he's played out or like a waiter's uniform, you know. I guess he's that, and then he played in the band in a waiter uniform, and he starts acting really fruity and weird, and starts saying weird fucking stuff. And I'm like, I want to get out of here, right?
You're like, am I about to be a victim?
And then, then he starts, yeah, look, this gets bad, and then he starts dancing in front of me. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm in big trouble.
Was it
You're like, you're not the lady in the cage. You're not the.
Kinda.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
He wasn't saying stuff. He was saying a lot of fruity shit, and he's saying, and then all of a sudden he leans in, and I think he had the clapper or something. Remember the clap on?
Oh yeah.
And the lights go off, right?
Nah,
and immediately I'm like. He's like moving my head around and what have you. And then then he flips the lights on. He goes, "Dude, you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Dude, you thought I was gonna kiss you, why didn't you?" And I just like, oh, thank God it was a joke. Because I couldn't defend myself. And then he's like, and he starts laughing and laughing. He's laughing like there's other people there. It was just me and him. Like this would have been a really great joke if there were a bunch of people there, right? And I'm breathing heavy. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Dude, it was just a joke." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Nah, you better than me.
Yeah,
You're like, yeah,
I couldn't move. I could totally kick this guy's ass.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't physically do it. I couldn't physically do anything about it.
The guise of a joke is just too easy now. Like people, oh no, I'm just fucking around, bro, because they
right, bro.
It's 25 years ago, man. This is a long time ago.
I'm never talking to that dude again, bro. I'm never talking to that dude again. Like, yo,
no, I never did. I never did. But like you could sort of see that he was concerned. He thought because I was breathing heavy, and I was just like, "No, dude." He's like, "I'm not an F slur. I was just fucking with you." And I said to him, I was like, "Yeah, but there's nobody here." You know?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, that was kind of fucked up." He said, "Do you want to go? I'm really sorry, right?" And I didn't. What was that?
I'm saying, who's the joke for?
Him, right? I guess.
No, it's a good point.
But then he says, "Look, you could go." Like I think he was worried that I'd call the police at that point. You know, I was like, "Dude, I just want to go home," and he had to physically like pick me up so I could keep walking, and he had to walk me down the stairs, and then I had to walk a mile back home.
The walk of shame, bro. The walk.
Yeah, like walk. Well, I mean, it'd been worse if he tried to do me or something like that, but he didn't. It was a joke, you know.
At least it was just a prank.
Why am I getting Blind Billy and Cyrax vibes right now, bro?
Blind Billy and Cyrax? What are you talking about?
Fuck?
Oh, you don't know that story?
No, I'd love to hear it.
So you know Cyrax, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
All right. So apparently, right, there's a guy, his name's Blind Billy, and they were both teenagers at the time that this happened. Blind Billy is a gay man, or he's bi or something, and
I remember this.
Basically, he's legally blind, but if he has his glasses on, I guess it's enough, but he's legally blind. Yeah. And so while Blind Billy was asleep, this is according to Blind Billy, Cyrax started giving him fellatio.
Oh.
Right? and he kept going, and the Cyrex literally told Blind Billy, "I can hear you about the nut," and he kept going, and Blind Billy finished, but Blind Billy like didn't know what the fuck was happening, and so I'm just telling you the story. And so basically at the end of it, like they never talked.
He's
about
called
it
Blind
again.
Billy, not paraplegic Billy.
Fair point.
But go ahead.
Yeah. No. I mean, that's basically the story. Like,
Yeah.
that basically happened, but then, like, they never talked again. And, like, when Marty was doing the whole Cyrex thing, he found out about Blind Billy and had him on for an interview. And that's what Blind Billy was saying. Of course, Cyrex saying none of that shit happened, blah, blah, this and that. But, yeah. It's
I
fucked
never
up.
blew a guy. Maybe you did make it up. Like, really? Cyrex would blow a dude? I thought he was, like, straight. I mean,
well, no. So, whenever he gets catfished, right, it's always been dudes and women. Or girls and boys, I should say, because they're not adults.
Oh,
so
God. Yeah, because they're not of age.
So he's confused.
I think he's
more than confused.
I think he's just so fucked up. If it has a pulse, bro, he's going in.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's what I think it is.
The funniest thing he ever said is, I guess they Chris Hansen'd him once, and somebody played this clip for me, and they're like, this woman gets on and goes, "When was the last time that you messaged a minor?" And he says, "The last time you sent me a text message, you said you're."
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I remember that shit. So I actually remember the Wings Troll 007?
Yes.
I actually give him credit. 007 actually did an op to catch his ass.
Yeah, I think he was involved in this, to be honest with you.
I'll give the man credit for that one. That was one of the best ones ever. And then that's when he had some dude that was trying to like protect him and shit. I forgot his fucking name, but yeah, it was all fucked up.
Yeah.
Isn't it like frowned upon or like illegal or some shit to like try to bait like, you know, those kinds of people and like try to turn them into the cops?
They do, but you fuck it up. They can't arrest you because of entrapment.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, okay, that's what it is.
I know, because that's the whole bit. I'm sorry, go ahead. No, finish up.
No, you're good. No, I'll just say real quick. They're not law enforcement. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they try to like skirt it by what they see on TV. So what ends up happening is they don't get arrested, but they get outed as a creep, and they just blast their ass on social media. So to them, whatever, but they don't do it right at all. Well, that's the issue.
I remember this was a cop because I'm from New Jersey, and I remember this because I think I was still in middle school. And you guys familiar with the football player Lawrence Taylor?
I've heard of him.
Right. He had drug problems, right? And even when he was having his Hall of Fame career. So this is after he retired. I want to say this is around 89, 90 or something like that. And somebody in his sphere kept asking him to hook him up with something, right? Taylor said to this guy every time, he's like, "Look, dude, I just got off of this stuff. I'm not doing this for you. Come on, man. I don't have any connections." And he kept asking him and asking him and asking him and asking him. And finally, Taylor said, "Look, I can hook you up. Come to my place, and I'll hook you up, and I'll hook you up." And they were like, and he was like, "Great." And then he showed up and put cuffs on him. Taylor got out within a week. That was totally illegal. You know, I mean, it's totally illegal. No, he was arrested. I remember it was big news on WFAN. And by the end of the week, the cops let him off. And I think that particular cop was punished. You know?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So real quick, Dragon Fist in the chat says Cyrex interview on Cafe, bro. So when I was on Cafe, I did a trip to Ohio, and I was 45 minutes away from him. And I looked at my wife and I said, "Please, for the love of God, let me go and try to get an interview with this motherfucker, bro." I'll be like, "Cyrex, bro, I'll give you $500. Just give me an hour of your time to interview you right now, dude. 'Cause I have so many. I would have put it on Cafe as like a members only thing." She's like, "I swear to God, if we go by there, I'm divorcing you." I'm like,
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. That guy's weird.
I mean, he is weird, but that would have been content. I mean, it's Cyrex we're talking about.
But see, the way you get him is you sympathize with him, and he's like, "Yeah, they fucked you over. They did this," and then you start little by little with questions, try to get him to open up about shit. Would have been
the manipulation tactic.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Oh shit.
The Cyrex is funny. Like I think the Cyrex episode was I think that's what Keem envisioned when he.
That was your best by far. That was your best by far.
Well, that's what we envisioned when we did. But I mean, Wings said it early on. It goes, us calling us self lolcow is a bad move, right? And I
Oh
think
yeah, yeah.
yes and no. To do what we wanted to do, yes, it was,
Mhm.
hmm
right? But to create what this has become, then it was a much better move to call it lolcow. Anything,
Yeah.
you can get behind
I
that.
remember,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember early on, y'all said when y'all were trying to get interviews for the original
nobody would.
episodes, people did not like the name. Like, I don't want to be associated with Lawcow or anything,
I have a
just
really
because of the.
close 2 million sub YouTuber friend, right? And I I've I was like I was shocked. I waited a couple months and then it was like I felt like baited. We got to get a guest. We got to get a guest. We got to get a guest.
Yeah.
And I didn't think so. I always thought no. Me and Wings and Boogie have to gel. And Boogie's always
That is
going to
part
do
of it.
something wacky, and Wings
Oh, of
is always
course.
right behind him. So I thought there was plenty
true.
there to work with, but there wasn't going to be. You can't have Boogie lying about cancer every week, and that's why.
But
Yeah,
he's going to try.
You can't have that. It's not. That's an organic situation, and
Well,
you can't. Well, at the same time, like you can't. Like the work stuff seemed to really do well when I left, but you can't do that forever either. It's got to kind of be a mix of all sorts of creative things. So,
Oh, yeah.
oh, what's the matter? What did I miss? Oh, hello.
What?
hi.
Oh, okay. So
God.
with the Cyrax episode. So we got this guy, and I wrote this person, and I said, look, we're pulling a couple thousand. You want to come on? And I figure I'm doing this person a favor because this is more exposure. I'm not going to make or break his career, but that'd be a nice thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote it in DMs, and I'm talking an immediate response, like a paragraph immediate response, right?
Jesus.
So clearly, when this person answered me, they had already wrote the answer sometime earlier, called up the notepad, copied, pasted it, and went right back in there.
Damn, bro.
That's when I knew it could never be like it was envisioned, and I started thinking, well, maybe Wings was right here. And we weren't. This is a person we wouldn't have made. It'd have been awesome, like having Alex Stein on or Wendigoon or something like that. That's the way that would have went. But the guest thing was never happening. And even now, I think. Thank you, video games, Brennan.
He's throwing ones at us like we're some strippers.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
He said I'm at a strip club.
That's when I realized it couldn't be. We really have to concentrate on what we're doing. But Cyrax is so stupid.
Oh yeah, he fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, bro.
yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker. But see, but so here's the thing, though, right? And that's why another reason why I really don't want to come back is what people do for money now. I am not willing to do. And I see
having like those conversations, and you being like, "These are my boundaries."
Straight up, bro. Like fuck. But here's the other thing too. It's like you almost have to keep one upping yourself, because it's like you do something. I see DJ Egg Picker in the chat. Appreciate you, bro. He came on whatever, and he spelled out the N-word, and then now he's saying Ken is gay in the chat. Appreciate you, DJ.
Oh my god.
But anyways, so it's like you always got to keep one up in yourself, because the audience is kind of like, we've seen you do some shit like this. What are you going to do next? And when Schooner did the thumb in his ass and sucking on it, I'm like, bro, there's no shot. There's no shot I'm ever coming back to this shit. Because I'm going to be at the bottom again at the 15th can. You got to pick it up. You got to figure I'm tired of that conversation, bro.
And then you have Boogie. He's always trying to one-up himself and his cancer arc and the funeral shit that happened. I feel like he's just always trying to one-up himself.
I think the funeral stuff was organic. That was Boogie to me. That wasn't me. That was him screwing up. I don't think that was
But I mean, he's gonna use that to his advantage, like how he looks at it, to just do bigger and like crazier and fucked up things. Like now his thing is he's just taking mushrooms all the time, so he's just constantly tripping balls. It sounds like
what are we doing, bro? What the fuck are we doing, bro?
It was just I mean, I got like the way I see it is we don't have advertisers. If you remember, we tried to get advertisers. We got Meta PCs, and then
for like a day.
Yeah, all of Wings is trolls. called up, said he was a pedophile, and we lost it. And I'm like, oh, that's another source of income that we're gonna miss out.
Shout out Meta PC.
So
you had the best commercial for that, by the way. You and little Tommy, that was amazing.
It was if you know the history of Shot from the Point, it was funny because I did that. I held Tommy as a baby because Keem spread this bullshit that I needed him to feed my family. So I picked up baby Tommy. So Tommy was about 7-8 months old, and I told him I was going to have to give him away because Keemstar wouldn't help me feed my family. Thinking that was a pretty funny joke and a way to kind of dispel the whole stupid thing. If you go to that video to this day, there are people in there, Keemstar shouldn't have to feed your family. Like, what?
Wow.
That's when I knew I lost. That's when I knew I lost. That's when I knew I lost. Because, wait a minute. There's no way. I mean, he made it up. There's no evidence to it. And here am I. I'm doing a bit, just kind of making fun of the whole allegation. And you had these people taking the bit as like it was literally true. I mean, yeah, I'm going to give my 8-month-old away. Is it really? I mean,
some people are retarded.
That's when I knew I lost right there.
Remember, I think it was last week I donated, right? And I said something about Gidgey something about Gidgey hating me because I'm married a biracial woman and she's called me a traitor and people took me seriously. I'm like, come on, bro.
Because they want to hate her, and that's what I didn't understand. They wanted a reason to hate me, and then I just gave them one. I gave in. They wanted to believe Keem. So if you have more clout, they wanted to believe him, even though there was an inch of truth to it. I
thought about doing a deep dive on the past and talking about the early days. Cause like I said, I've been here since day one, bro. I know all the fucking lore. And I think it'd be interesting to go back and look at all the episodes, knowing what you know now and kind of analyzing it a little bit. I think that because not a lot of people know pre-cancer arc Locale Live. A lot of people do not know that, or even before the Cyrax episode and the shit y'all
got better when I left.
Well,
you think so?
I don't know. I think you definitely would have had your 2 cents in there, and I definitely think that you going in on Boogie during the whole thing would have been good. But I also know the direction they were moving and the stunts they were doing and all of that. I know that's not your style. So I definitely get it.
Here's the thing about that. He decided to tell them and not me because I think he was afraid I was going to expose the whole thing. What he should have done, and we talked about this. It's not a secret. We talked about this when I came back, right? He should have fired me like he fired you. This isn't going to work. I need to do this and this because I would have said, and I would have been like, why are you firing me? Because you're going to go to Shot from the Point and tell everybody what we're doing? And I would tell everybody what we're doing. And I was like, yeah, I'd almost have to because the reputation that I have online, so this isn't going to work. Okay, I'll cut you a deal. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'll wink, wink, nod, nod on Shot from the Point. And I won't turn it into, because he was afraid I was going to turn it into SFTP to anti-Keem, anti-LCU, sort of like I did last time.
Kind of baited.
Kind of exactly. That's what he was. And he even said that. And at one point in the conversation, he says to Boogie and Wings, who had just signed the IDN, see, he doesn't understand my vision. Well, your vision was your vision's fine. It's just and that would work. And that's why I said to him this time, you got a problem with me if I don't make the money. If I go to the bottom of the relegation table here, they just fire me. It's fine. It's it's not I won't even hate you at the end of the day. So I think one of the reasons he brought me back is because I really didn't make Lolcow Live. I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't angry about it. I figured streaming was coming to an end anyway. I got a good. Well, oh, you're Greek.
Yeah,
he is.
Oh yeah. I just saw the Greek letters.
Yeah. This is Strathioltis because I was in the army. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it means soldiering. It means soldier in Greek. Yeah.
He's our Greek god of the universe.
Not anymore because I cried, bro. So I can't be that anymore.
I remember when 300 came out around here, and I would drive through housing, and there's all these soldiers running around kicking each other in the chest.
Oh, yeah. Dude, fucking. So 300 came out a week after I got home from AIT.
Oh, really?
I had to, bro. I was so and I was ready to fucking go. And I was like, I gotta watch this shit.
Perfect timing.
Hell yeah! And then 2 years later, I'm gone to Iraq. So that's another story.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, bro, does Rastov remind you of a corporal?
I was in the infantry, so I never really dealt with corporals. And the one corporal I knew I really loved. So I know what you're talking about, what I've heard.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yes,
you know what I'm saying,
but I
right?
never experienced that. In fact, I really wanted the rank. I wanted the rank and not sergeant. It was like it's the greatest rank in the army. It
depends. It depends.
Yeah, not in the infantry. I was trying to weasel my way to it. I was trying to weasel my way to it when I was in combo.
You want to be a corporal? You see?
Yes.
Fuck you. Hell no, bro.
My fucking sergeant go kiss my ass, and I can tell the privates to fuck off. It was perfect.
That sounds like some pretty good power.
I'm an
NCO.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing, Batgirl, right? You have specialists, right, which is an E4, but then corporal's also E4, right? Mm-hmm. So you have the responsibility of like sergeants, right? You have that responsibility, but you're not paid for it.
Yeah.
So E4 specialists give you so much shit. Yeah. Because you're like, bro, you're an E4 too. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my face, right?
Yeah. So it's kind of like Rastov being community manager.
Community manager.
Not being paid for it.
Here's the thing. If you disrespect a specialist or another private, nothing's going to happen to you. They might tell you to knock it off. If you disrespect an NCO and a corporal, here's the difference. Here's another thing. A corporal is an NCO. A specialist is not, right?
Yes.
A specialist may have NCO. I've seen specialists that took on more responsibility than E6s in certain situations.
Dude,
you know,
I was in Iraq. I was a specialist in charge of schedules. I was in charge of a whole squad of people, bro, because I was one in the. I was waiting to go to a BLC for my fucking.
And usually, if you're
E5,
infantry
right?
and you have a situation like that, they slap the corporal thing on you. So it's basically like this because there's a legal thing here. If you disrespect the corporal, that's like disrespecting an NCO. You know, you go to jail if you do it bad enough, right? So what happens is the infantry guys, they slap corporal on a guy like an E5, like him. So like just to sure nobody fucks with him. Yeah. Yeah. So like it's now it's legal, right? But I wanted to rank for a different reason, and then I wanted to transfer. I wanted to go, but I ended up getting sick. I couldn't do it because my sleep apnea. You know what I really wanted? I wanted to be a chief. That was the best rank. That's the second best rank. Any chief rank is the best rank in the other warrant officers because they're officers, but they're not officers, right?
Exactly.
Nobody can fuck with them. Nobody can fuck with them. Nobody can fuck with them. Yeah, I'd be Chief Callahan. Yeah, hey chief.
Yeah,
right. And then they had it for my MOS too. So that's what I really wanted. I wanted
really.
Oh God, yeah.
So when I got out of active duty and I went full-time National Guard, right, they had one fucking 92 Foxtrot chief. And I was going for that bitch hard, but I was because I just got promoted to E5 in the Guard, right? And I was going for it, but some E7 piece of shit fucking got it out of me. But I knew more than he did about the fucking MOS because he was a dude that just got slotted into it so he could get his E7, right? Mm-hmm. He was never a fueler. He was like comms or some shit. So he reclassed so he could get the rank.
A lot of guys do that. I would have done that if I thought I got the chance. I remember. Do you remember NBC? Nobody Cares.
Oh yeah,
Nuclear biological chemical. That was the best play. We had this guy. We used to call him Sergeant Spins, and he did this. I'm like, I swear to God. So it's headquarters. You would have never saw anything this weird. You're like, he talked like this. He would like, here, watch me. I'm not even joking. This is the guy. He was really. He ended up being my roommate for a while. So he would always have one shoulder down, and he'd go, "Hey, how you doing there, Specialist Callahan?" And he would like that. And then he would talk to you. I'm shit you not, dude. So it's just the last guy in the world that you would ever want to give stripes to, right?
Yeah, right.
So nobody wants to be an NBC. They did a thing around 2006 where if you had enough time in and you didn't have any disciplinary issues, right, you automatically made E5 without going to the board. And
are you serious?
All of a sudden, because they were low on it. Was the idea was to keep people in their MOS instead of doing what you said, like switch the
reclass,
Yeah, so to keep them from reclass. So all of a sudden, the most incompetent person I've ever met in any part of my life, before or since, I'm a sergeant now. This guy couldn't complete a PT test. It was like, and he would just spin around. And I remember we had a guy, he must have gotten in trouble. We had a ranger in our group. He had a ranger tab. He would go, I don't want to say the guy's name, but hey, Sergeant A. And he would walk around him in a circle while he was talking to see how many times he would spin around.
That's so fucked up. Let's see how dizzy I can make this son of a bitch.
Oh man.
Did he ever fall over from spinning too much?
I felt like kicking him. I thought about kicking him a few times. A lot of people.
Yeah. Just go over and drop kick his ass.
I was the imitator in the army. I was the one that could always like imitate other NCOs and stuff. That's how they came to me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I was that guy.
Verse said, tell the anime story about him. There's an anime story.
Oh God.
Me?
Yeah, Verse said, tell the anime story about him. I don't know what.
Oh yeah. So, all right, I'm 28 when I joined. Okay, so it's just old. Actually, it's
that is old.
Yeah,
that is old.
So I get over to Germany, and I have people say thank you for your service, and I just fucking partied and chased German pussy. I mean, that was a time of my life.
You're living your best life.
It was just the craziest.
Hit up the red.
It was the
hit up the red light, bro.
It was the best. The red light. Nothing. You didn't have to. You go to the red light if you go to the red light if you're like for a gag. I mean, it was that easy, you know. And I'm not. I wasn't the biggest ladies man in the world, but over here I was, you know. And
over here makes it easier.
Yeah. So the red lights like that's almost people like if you're going to the red light regularly, you're kind of a loser, you know.
That's fair.
Everybody goes except me.
At least one time.
But it's always like a gag, right? It's like a gag. Yeah. You do it like nobody. I don't know anybody that was there all the time, you know,
dude.
Yeah,
we used to place bets on who could get the biggest grenade. You know the grenade saying, right? As far as women go, you know about that?
Like a porker or something like that.
Yeah,
my
exactly.
brother
like the biggest, ugliest, nastiest bitch. We call them
I
grenades,
never
bro.
played that game.
Bro, I won like twice because I love big women anyway. So
I'm learning so much.
Give me your money,
that's disgusting.
bro, yeah.
My brother told me about it. He did that in college, and he was telling me about that. And I'm
Get your big ass over here and lay down.
Did you ever do this? And like we went down like Seaside Heights and tried to get the ugliest girl. I'm like, that sounds awful. And then all these girls, because my brother's a good looking, he's a lot better looking than me, and all his friends were like, you know, in shape, athletic types at the time. And these girls start thinking, oh my God, God is shining the light down. Look, these guys have future. They go to Virginia Tech.
Oh yeah.
And then they're just like gone the next day.
That's hilarious.
God, this is ridiculous.
It's a mean thing to do, you know.
And in Fort Hood, right, the town is Killeen, bro. There was so many barracks rats that fucking just trolled people in all these fucking bars and shit. And what a barracks rat is a woman that knows the layout of the barracks better than you because she's so used to going in the barracks or whatever. So yeah, bro, we fucking me and this bitch ended up like on like a twin size bed. And I don't know how the hell that worked because it was a big woman too, and it was bad. And it was me and like I was in a room with like 4 other dudes because we were like pre-mobbing, so we had to go to some special area, bro. It was bad. It was really bad.
A rough time. Yeah. I'm learning all these new terms and everything today. Wow.
Yeah. Barracks rats. Like that ain't it, bro.
No, I never met. Well, I told this story real quick. When I signed up, and this probably saved me too. You know, one of the upsides of joining the army, it's like, and I'd heard this before I joined. It's pretty oversexed. There's lots of sex to be had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and nobody likes to talk about that, but that's really that's one of the perks, you know.
DFY, bro, right? Divorce for a year. You ever heard of that?
Yeah. I also served for Queen for a year. That's another one. You were in infantry, right?
No, I was in. So I ended up in an aviation unit.
Oh, aviation unit. Yeah, women there.
Oh yeah.
So we had Queen. We had Queen for a year. So they go in Iraq, and all of a sudden, everybody's fucking knocking down the girl's door because there's nobody.
Deployment goggles, bro.
Yeah.
And American.
Queen for a year. I was so glad I was married when I went down there. So
yeah, I was single, thankfully.
Yeah. Well, I had and if I ever met this woman, there's 2 women in my life that I would get on my hands and knees and kiss their feet, watch it like Christ. There's my female. She's a black woman. She was a recruiter, and there was the woman. They got me on hydrochloroquine after I had my removed. My
your wisdom
teeth removed, and I got hooked.
Oh, fuck that.
And I got hooked, and this woman handed me an aspirin after I had figured out how to get the other stuff. She knew, and I remember I almost freaked out. Right, I had to keep my shit together. It was a good thing I was in the military because I probably would have freaked out. You know, and then I realized within a week, and all the other guys still kept figuring out ways to get it. I went to No, I went to jump school. All of them got in trouble for this, that, and the other thing, or they weren't healthy enough to pass their PT test. And it was all because that woman gave me an aspirin instead of the fucking drugs that I wanted. Thank God. I'll get down on my hands and knees and kiss her. If I knew who the fuck she was, I would do it. She saved my life. And at the time, I was thinking about like jumping her. I mean, that's how addicted I was. I was thinking about doing something crazy, you know. And then within a week, it wore away. And I'm like, oh my God, what was it? Like, I can't believe that entered my head. Another woman.
It's crazy how that shit can change you.
There's another woman. So I sign up. I got this a female black recruiter. She's an E5. Really, really nice woman. And she says to me, look, we want you to like do some PT before you go in. And I want you to be with Sergeant such and such. He was an infantryman. He was like, I wouldn't say it's not like he had a valor attachment, but he had everything else, you know?
Yeah.
And he would you run with him and do some workouts with him? And also, then she was like, listen up. There's some things that he needs to talk to you about that I don't feel comfortable talking to you about it, but it's really, really important. And she looks at me and she goes, look at me. This is really important. Please listen to him. Please. Like, all right, whatever. So I go on the run with him and he starts, and he's a good guy. And he starts telling me, he's like, look, I want to talk to you about something your recruiter wants me to talk to you about. And he says, I'm going to tell you something and you better do this. And he was like, do not sleep with people in your battalion. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, girls out, don't sleep with them. And he's like telling me, because the sheer amount Vegas here, there's the sheer amount of false accusation, and there's a certain amount of real ones too. Right. And here's what has to happen. He says, if you do some broad and don't call her back over here, she just blows up your phone. She leaves a nasty message. She pops your tires. You're going to fucking jail. You're going on trial over here. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm joining to get laid. What the fuck is this?
Oh, yeah.
What is this? I mean, like, no, this is horseshit. I don't want to hear this crap. You know, and it was like, and then I argued with him, and he says, well, I'll tell you what. He says, you really should listen to me. But if you absolutely have to, do not sleep with anybody in your unit.
Yes.
And you really should think about the problem. So of course, I didn't fucking listen to him. Right. And going to basic, to AIT, all the way to where's fucking jump school over at?
Georgia
or Fort not Gordon.
Stewart?
No, not Stewart. The basic training infantry one. I can't remember it all of a sudden. The big one for the one Sand Hill. The big
It's in Georgia. I know what you're talking about.
Benning, all the way to Benning.
Okay.
Yeah,
Benning,
God,
yeah.
what the hell happened to me? All the way to Benning.
Me? Who are you talking about?
Yeah, Benning was great. It was a lot of fun over there. When you're not in the infantry, you know. Depending, I saw a lot of guys getting accused of rape, and it was pretty clearly guys that didn't call back. So I'm like, well, maybe there really is something to this, right? And it was a good thing because I was older. Like most of the kids that were in there, like remember, I'm 27, 28. They're all 17, 18, 19. None of the girls wanted anything to do with me. I'm 10 years older than them, you know? Yeah. So I had to wait till I got to Germany to meet girls that were, 24, 25 and what have you. So I meet this chick she's not in my unit, but she's on post, right? And she's basically telling me come back to her barracks. And I'm completely not hearing my recruiter at this point. It's been a year.
Of course not.
And then, things got intimate. And then in the middle of it, she says, punch me in the face.
I remember you telling me this.
Excuse me?
Bro.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Nah, you setting you. That's a setup, bro. I'm leaving. Like, you know what? I'm out. Appreciate it.
I'm out at 5,000.
It's a little humiliating, but it's too funny not to tell. And she says, no. She goes, I'm into that. It's not like abuse or anything. It's like I'm just kind of like, that's what I like, right? And I just said, I don't know. And all of a sudden, while she's laying down, she takes her right hand and she smacks me in the face. And she says, no, I'm really into that. I was like, I don't know, man. You have a wonderful night. And I just
yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
You're like,
better
this
than
is
me.
not for
and
me.
then you know what? It probably was a setup. And even if it wasn't a setup, this chick's gonna come out and bruise it. I saw so many people go to jail, both
Oh, yeah.
legitimately and illegitimately in this particular department. That
Yeah, Army don't
Came
fuck
out
around with
later
that
and,
shit, dude.
No, they don't
pin
fuck
some
around.
shit on
UCMJ's a
you know?
motherfucker.
They can pin some stuff on you real quick. I knew a guy. I knew a guy. He was a bastard. The guy was a complete bastard. He knocked up this chick in the barracks and pretended it wasn't his baby, and it was. Well, instead of just getting the goddamn, this guy was a complete prick, by the way, and he ended up get this. You know what happened to this guy? When we were into crit, some special forces guy was coming in. He was in the ERP, I forget the zone, to come in, and he didn't show his badge or some horse shit like that. Like a fucking, we're talking like a Delta or an SF guy, something like that.
Mhm.
And he didn't show it to him right away. You know what this bastard did? He fucking cocked his goddamn shotgun.
Oh, God.
They got rid of. He was out of the army.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Out immediately. He was out in 3 months. So this is the same guy. So he knocks his chick up, right? He knocks his chick up, and then he says it's not his, and it is. She decides to accuse him of rape. Well, he didn't do that, you know. And
right? Yeah, he didn't take it that far.
Do that, and he beat it, you know, and he beat it too. But I mean, like
Good.
his entire life was turned up down for a phony rape allegation, and it's like Ken says, they take this shit deadly serious. Whenever I hear in the military, the army lets all these sexual assaults go by. When did that happen? Not when I was there. You know,
dude,
they were overzealous. You know,
especially. Dude, like if you're married and you fuck around on your wife or your husband, they take that shit super serious.
I saw a guy lose his fucking E6 and get bounced down to E5 because he was cheating on his wife.
There was a CW3 that was fucking around, and his wife found out and went to the fucking headquarters or whatever, and fucking did all this shit, bro. They dropped his shit down, like he's damn near done. Yeah. Like, and he was a safety officer, had like a full-time job and all that, bro. They fucked him over. But he did it to himself.
Everybody.
The problem is though. So when I was deployed, my whole thing was I'm not fucking nobody in my fucking unit.
Same
like
here.
I'm not.
I was married at the time. I had a baby in the way. It was a lot easier. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I was single, right? I'm like, I ain't gonna fuck nobody in the army. Fuck this. So I went Navy. I went Navy, right? And then my next thing was I'm gonna make sure they're a rank above me. Right, just to really make sure I'm good. And I was trying to hook up with this chick, right? Her last name was Garcia. Yeah. And so she had a friend, and I was talking to the friend about her, trying to get up with her. Turns out the friend like sabotaged that so she could fuck me. So I started fucking the friend. Right? And I'm just like, this is all fucked up, right? And then and then I eventually talked to the girl I initially wanted. She was like, yeah, like she was like talking all this shit about you, saying she talked to you and that you're a piece of shit and a dirtbag and all this. And I was like, I'm fucking her. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's freaking crazy.
No,
bro.
Man. The craziest one I ever heard. Now, I don't know if this is true because I was in the infantry. That girls that grew up, and I heard it happen in Vincenza and somewhere in Polk. These were girls that were really familiar with the military, so they would get the tip on what infantrymen, I don't know if this is true, by the way, were in the most dangerous units, and they would quick marry, because you know, by the time I got out, you got $500,000 if your spouse got clipped.
So it's the same now.
It is, yeah, it's like $400,000, you know.
Yeah,
and they would marry guys that were kind of off. And throw themselves at guy hoping they get clipped when they were downrange. And there was a Italian girl that I heard about in Vincenza. I don't know if this is true. Supposedly, she hit the lottery. 2 of her husbands were killed downrange. And then you see Vega in there. Vega was in Vincenza, and he can tell you all about. He was in one of the most dangerous units in American history. Yeah,
I believe it. Yeah.
He was in the Rispetto unit in Afghanistan. You know, the 2 he has 2 Medal of Honor recipients that survived in his platoon.
Jesus.
Wow. Yeah, I know. When it was so funny because me and Dave talked to him. We were like, yeah, meet. They were like, meet Vega. He was in the army like you guys. And Clown introduced Vega. He told us what unit. Me and Dave's dicks fell off, man. Like, fuck, we weren't in the army. We weren't in the army like he was. You know? Yeah, no. That's a whole different.
Yeah.
No.
I actually wanted to go to drill sergeant school, right? Because I loved I love that, like the training and just fucking making sure, like taking dirt bags and making them straight up soldiers. I love
You
that.
like that?
So yeah,
Sounds like
and
it'd be fun.
oh yeah, and I ended up blowing my knee out and getting surgery, and they wouldn't take me because I had a walk-in profile. So they wouldn't.
That's it. You're done once that happens.
Yep.
Well, you're
Dude,
pretty much done.
I tried to go to OCS, dude, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't do it. Like you're
undeployed.
MCO
People like tell me like, "Oh, you fucking let it got out because you have the sleeping profile or the problem is I can't take that machine. Like you got to go in areas that don't have like good electricity or what do you call that infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
And they made a rule. They made a rule that you basically can't deploy if you have sleep apnea now. If you have sleep apnea, you're fucked.
Did you get that in service?
Yeah.
Did you get that in service?
Yeah.
That's 50% right there.
I know. I never signed that.
Come on, man.
I never did.
Come on, bro. You're fucking yourself.
Yeah. Well, I just signed up to VFW. They're gonna help me. Probably
good. Yeah. Finally, because we talked about that back then, and I was like, Tommy, you're fucking yourself, right? I was on the journey.
That's right. I do remember the conversation now.
I finally got my 100%.
Hey, there you go.
Finally.
Yeah.
Dude, I got medical out. Oh yeah, 7 years, bro. 7 years of a fight, and I ended up lawyering up, and my lawyer is actually an ex counterintelligence guy, and when he got back, like he's super fucking smart. When he got back, he got so pissed off at the VA process, he literally went to use his GI Bill to go to law school to become a lawyer to fight the VA. Literally, like he's one of the smartest dudes I've ever met in my life.
Well, you know what the problem is for me here? A lot of the stuff I can do, I have to get in post. I can't get in post.
Seriously?
No, I don't.
Not with your DD-214 or nothing.
I don't retire. Well, that might be. I don't know. Yeah, I got to tell you know what I'm gonna do. You're gonna do it next time I got my next VA meeting on. So I was like, how do I do this shit?
Because if you get a DD-214 and all, you should be able to get some sort of ID on some level. And the way lawyers, I don't know how it is in Germany, but here the way lawyers work is they get 20% of your back pay. So you don't owe them shit. You tell them your case, you give them your I Love Me book, right? Which is all your medical shit. Yeah. Give that to them. They look over it and they were like, hey, I'll take your case. And this is basically the deal. 20% of all your back pay. If I don't get you shit, you don't owe me nothing. That's the deal.
That's pretty good.
You said a VA ID card. I don't have a VA, the VFW, not VA. Yeah, I gotta get that. I'm gonna talk to the guys and
get on top of that.
Like I
said, bitch, better have my money. Run me my check.
I'm telling you, you can get a little something.
No, yeah, that's true. Hey, do you want to go over some of the videos there, sister?
Yes, we can.
Damn,
I need to run to the fucking bathroom though before we do because I need to pee so bad.
You still peeing every 5 minutes? Jesus.
Yeah, she is.
Maybe, possibly, maybe. Okay, I'll be back.
She absolutely is.
It's been over an hour, dude.
I know. Last I figured it'd go. You know, Tommy owes me a compliment for Glammy. She knows a lot about video games. There you go.
I'm surprised she came back, bro. I am so surprised she came
back.
back.
Why is that? She seems like she fits right in.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it got real bad for her, and a lot of times the main thing with Glam is her crash outs. So I'm gonna be flat out honest with you, bro. If you find some of her crash outs, they are wild.
We did a whole stream on her.
Oh, well, there you go. All right,
she's pulling salt in her head because it helped her feel better.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. But nah, man, like. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not totally against like not coming back. That's never a thing. Like I said though, I'm over the revenue conversations. Like, and I see what we're doing for money now.
If you do come into this thinking there's going to be no pressure, you're out of your mind.
Exactly.
You're
been there, done that.
You're out of your mind.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, it stung when I lost this, and like I still feel a little some type of way, dude, because I put so much. And it's not you at all. I'm telling you, it's not you at all.
Not be. I didn't do shit.
I got you.
I just said yes.
I got you. Yeah, but no, I'm just kind of like this is fucked, bro. Like it really sucked. I don't want to go through that again. I really don't, because I put my heart and soul into this thing.
It is. Well, you know, it's funny because it has a double effect. I mean, you know, it seems like. Well, I shouldn't say this because then he's going to be a pain in the ass. Like he started getting on us a little last week, but then we 2 weeks ago, and then we had a pretty good week. You know, so like I think the advice is good, but I mean, let's be honest, the stuff that brings in the money are the stunts. It's not like really good conversation like we had the last hour. You know,
it sucks.
Yeah,
That's just how it is
sounds
here.
like you're a little like more like me. You see it more as a radio thing. So what I've tried to do is mix it up, and that's that's what it really comes down to. So and I try to encourage, like, look, reward host for a joke, not just a stunt, And I'm not against the stunts, by the way. I'm not going to act like, oh, I'm above it. But it's like you said, everybody has to kind of
keep outdoing yourself,
one, and outdo the next one,
I just don't want to get in that trap. You know what I mean? And the other thing too is, I mean, like I told him before, like I never really came here to make money. I love this project, and being a host like meant a lot. And I was like, and I told him this too, and I'm like, dude, you could pay me $1,000 a month and give my co-host the rest. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
The fact that I could like contribute to this thing. And buy a show and trying to do the best I can.
I could have told you, like, you're gonna have to be a little. If it's not your thing, like you got to be a little bit competitive. Tommy, please compliment Rastov and focus on his physical appearance. He has a nice mustache. It's well maintained.
There you go. Haven't y'all had him on the show before and it went okay?
Yeah, quickly.
He came up like one time, I think, to argue with Tommy and I. Or no, he was arguing with me about the sweet tea thing, about the bird book thing, about me like also doing art and everything.
After you left, they didn't go after me. They kind of went after her. So
easy target.
Yeah. So I went after them after they went after her. Like it was like it's almost like they still had a certain amount of hate for Cafe. So I get where they're coming from. They do have a certain amount of hate for it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the small guy in the room. The fact that you're Cafe is on hard mode.
Oh yeah.
So it's easy to make yourself look good when you pick on the stuff that that he only has 1 out of 4 time zones, and to
me. Like I'm kind of like so like in the army, right? It's always thing you rarely ever like punch down. You always want to punch up, right? So you never complain to the lower ranking, right? You only complain up, right? So I kind of looked at it here like I'm not going to punch down. I'm only going to punch up. And Cafe was always the easiest target because we were always like at the bottom.
I have a theory: punch everybody. Up, down, left, or right. That's
well, not today. Not today, though. Today is Peace Day.
Fuck that.
Okay, well, you guys can not participate in Peace Day. I will be super passive aggressively nice today.
That's not nice. Being passive aggressive isn't nice. It's fake. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll be genuine. Okay, let me get some of this up here.
Oh.
So, what were we going to say?
I want to ask you your opinion, Batgirl, because you haven't really talked a lot today.
What? Okay, what my opinion on that?
Who do you like working with more, me or Tommy?
Oh, that's terrible. We should
Oh, shit. Fuck.
Docket team's idea, by the way.
The docket team's idea. Oh yeah, because they run the show.
I'm kidding.
I'm meaner than you. I think I yell at them more than you
did.
No, I'm kidding. It wasn't their idea. It wasn't.
I think Tommy, just because of like we have more bits and everything, and there's more like segments to the show. So there's actually like a more like cohesive like flow with it whenever like we do have everything laid out. But dude, I love working with both of you guys. Like you saw me crying like the day that it was your last day on Cafe. Dude, I was so fucking upset, and I still miss working with you. So like if I could have both of you, that would be great.
The reason I asked is so that way, like, if you did like working with him better, how can I be better, like, on my thing, right? That's why I'm asking you. So I'm trying to get feedback on how I can be better. So the fact that y'all have segments and it flows easier, I can take that back. To
show your tits.
Better, right?
What? What'd you say?
Show your tits. Take your shirt off. Get a hot chick and fucking tell her to do dirty stuff. There you go. Advice given. There you go.
Beautiful.
You just need to get thick Gemini up there. There you go.
God damn.
Jesus.
Louises.
There you go.
I actually like doing the solo better, to be honest with you.
You like the solo better? I don't.
I do.
I can't stand on having somebody there. Even if they don't say anything, I'd rather have somebody there. Because I feel like because I feel like I'm talking to somebody.
I got you.
Okay.
That I can't stand. What's better? Tommy's Mexicans or Ken's cult. That's terrible.
Oh, Jesus fucking
That's
Christ.
funny. Nah, so the reason why, and this is not a diss to you or Beans by any means, but it's like I feel like if I can control my own flow and I can just keep it going, because I can talk, bro. But
Right.
like the fact, like I need to like stop to give the other person a chance to talk. I feel like it kind of kills my flow a little bit. That's
Okay,
why
I
I
can
like
agree.
doing my own
The
solo
truth
thing.
is, you're probably better off doing stuff on like you know what makes people big? An incident. Like when Augie got big, he had a thing with the Chris Hansen. When I got big, there was a thing between me and Tommy and Keemstar. If you look at there's like an event, you know, and then you take from there, and it really doesn't matter how good or bad you are. I mean, you even look like somebody like Count Dankula. The incident was him getting arrested. And then it turned out that he was actually a really good storyteller. So he would have burned out by now if he didn't have talent. So I got to be honest with you, like the incident. And maybe, I don't know, unless you're just like ridiculously Michael Jackson talented or like Mr. Beast that you know this thing, it's really, it's luck to a certain extent. Like, I mean, with Keem, if and he's not even 100% self-made because the internet was way different when he was coming up, but he had a lot of good people around him. He had a lot of people around him, but it's you can't do it by yourself, and it's mostly who you're working with. So I hate to say this, network a lot and hope you don't get screwed, and the odds are you will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's really what it
not
comes
everybody's
down to.
perfect.
Yeah, no, I get that. And like I've always seen myself as a storyteller. I want to be able to tell the whole and complete story. So that's I think
When
that's
you
kind of what
collab
I'm
with
good
people,
at.
don't tell them
Getting better
anything.
at it.
When you collab with people, don't tell anything personal. Don't tell them you're having a problem with your wife. Don't tell them you're pissed off that day.
Oh,
Don't
fuck
do-
no.
don't-
Fuck
don't-
no.
You can't do that because you're going to see an exposed video when they want to fucking get what you made. That's the way it works.
Well, I've never shown my wife on camera. I'm never really talk. Like I'll talk a little bit about some stuff, but I'll never fucking like really do anything personal on here because I don't want the internet to know my personal life. I just don't.
No, that's a good idea. Unless you can, unless it's something like whenever I say something personal, it's something I know I can be made fun of on every angle, and not have it not bother me. There are some things that I won't talk about because I don't want to hear that shit. So no matter what comes out of my mouth, what's the worst possible thing somebody could say about this, right? Like I told an embarrassing story just like last hour. I could give a fuck. Oh, no matter what.
Yeah.
They could say, call me.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have shared it.
I know. Batgirl, please compliment Tommy. Focus on his deceased feline.
Deceased feline-based humor. You know
Talk
what?
about my
Tommy,
dead cat.
Your dead cat jokes are so good.
No.
Got
He
me to
means
cry.
the dead cat. His deceased feline-based humor. Oh, okay, go ahead. Let me stop here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's so good and so believable that you actually got me to cry the last time you pulled that shit. So congrats. You're really convincing.
You should have watched more SFTP, and then you would have figured out the joke.
Yeah.
See, I knew it was a joke, but I legitimately thought you were being serious that time. That's how good you are at selling it.
I'm a fantastic actor. So what's happened
GG's.
to Bunny? We found her with her. I told her we found her with her legs sticking up in the air, and she bought it.
I was like, no!
That is so funny.
I was legitimately tearing up. I thought you were being for
It
real.
was fucking funny, you know. It is funny.
Never even met this cat. I've just seen her like whenever he shows her like in the VC, like we'll just be like, oh, there's Bunny.
She decided to sleep on my fucking hat before I went live. That fucking bitch.
Oh yeah, you can see the little cat hairs on it.
I
have
sleeping on my hat.
Yeah.
She likes it.
I have two cats. One's Kratos because I love God of War, but Joffy's kind of made me not like God of War anymore. And then the other one is Fancy.
You don't like Joffy?
Well,
Nah.
Oh, tell him about
I'm a fan.
all the shit with you and him.
I'm a fan. I gotta be honest.
He needs to hear about this.
Yeah,
So I was open about like having like PTSD on the show, and I was just talking about some shit, right?
Oh
and,
no!
Yeah. So
you shouldn't have brought that up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And so me and Becky were beefing pretty hard or whatever, and Becky was on the show with him, and he asked her, he was like, "What host do you think is the next to snap?" And they said me. And then this started this ticking time bomb narrative. And then Joffy said, I was one war movie away from the movie theater not walking out the same. I was like, cool, bro, thanks. And then that really made me, that was like the one thing I did. I hate Becky with a passion now because of that.
Oh, really?
And I really hate Joffy now.
You know, you gotta let go of that. Something like that happened to me when I left Beta, because I actually did not get fired from Beta. Me and Clown left at a protest. The Anything's for Views.
Chad.
Yeah, made a comment, and I'll be honest with you. I never played that it pissed me off even mildly. Right? He says, "I wish he had died in the army." Right, and what have you. And it was like, for him, it was just saying something pretty edgy. For me, it put me in a really bad spot because I hate pro clutching, right? And it's like I can't go on and start fucking crying about this shit because it just completely goes against my brand and my image and everything. At the same time, is anybody from the army watching me? Am I could just let him get away with that? You know? So it put me in a weird spot, and I finally just what I did is I said something mean about I said something mean about Keem. I said he was a cokehead. I said fucking I think Anything Reviews would be dead before he turned 30. And then I said to Annie Milanakis, I'd say something bad about Annie Milanakis, but God did it for me, which got me a letter from Annie Milanakis after I said that.
That's funny.
You know, my point is, it's just saying what you say before. You really can't talk about motherfucking anything unless you're willing to do that, you know, and otherwise it's got to be off the. But you didn't have the experience. What do you know? But go ahead.
Yeah. So Maui said, Ken, you flipped like Capital out on Becky, I think in a way we've never seen before, if I remember correctly, and that didn't help. So when Becky left this is before the fucking BBU shit, but when she left the very first time and she did that solo stream, she did so much shit that fucking Keem would never allow a lot of people to do and get away with. And that's one stream. So when she came back, I was like, why the fuck are you back? You should have never came back. And like, that was around the same time as the fucking ticking time bomb shit, right?
Yeah.
So it was up on Rewind, right? I forgot the exact episode, but this happened on Rewind. And I was like, you should have never came back. You should have stayed gone. No one wants you back. And I went in on this motherfucker, bro. And then that's when she was like, oh, I see Ken's PTSD starting to come up to him and shit. And then I flipped. I fucking flipped. I was like, I'm just a passionate person.
They wouldn't have done that to you if you were standing in front of them, I tell you that.
For sure.
And then there was the whole thing of like whenever like Fat Cam happened, I kept saying that I don't want to be in a room alone with Becky, and people tried to like assume that like, you know, I think she'd lie about SA or something because of what happened with Richie. And I was like, no, the whole thing is she takes any situation that's negative and tries to flip it in her benefit. So I'm not going to give her a fucking inch to use my name, right? And it could be anything. It literally could be anything. Yeah. So I was like, fuck you. No.
Wait, I have to compliment Gigi, thank you, Verse, and focus on her sensational racial-based humor.
Oh God.
With with her jokes and everything, you know, I think she'd be a pretty good gay op for like a Klan meeting, like a Klan rally. You know, she could definitely like, you know, wiggle her way in there and get the ins and out of it, and come back and give us the scoop of what's going on.
She loves my wife, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
She's a shapeshifter.
I don't know. I'm glad you said that about her, man. Gigi's passive aggressive. I hate that. You know?
Oh yeah.
I do. And I think,
wait, what is?
You know what the worst thing is? Like we were pushing, you know, that like that she was just being stupid and she was drunk, and you know she's really good and she has a great radio voice and what have you. So we started the N-Word Friday things because of her. And then she goes on and says like, oh, well, I don't know what those guys were thinking, you know.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck away, because you. And then she turned around and said, well, the reason I was upset because I think I made a mistake and went on there and it wasn't a good look for me considering about what just happened. Oh, get the fuck out of here. You were trying.
That's not y'all's fault either.
Like first of all, it didn't happen. That was the changing course, because it was pretty clear that she was like, wow, I don't know what those guys are doing now. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah,
but didn't she also dress up like as the Burger King like man, like from that video or whatever?
Oh yeah,
like that shit.
The crown and the red bandana, yeah, and then she started putting chocolate on her face. Yeah, I'm like, really, bro?
Playing into that, does she have the same opinion about her doing that shit as well? I don't know. I haven't heard the aftermath of that.
Mike tells them what to do, and she just follows show notes. Remember that.
Oh, of course. Yeah, she doesn't have a voice for herself. We have Pirate Contra, member for 4 months, bandwidth, the perfect way to start the week. Ken, good to see you, sir. Thanks to both of you for your service.
Love you, Pirate. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, Pirate.
Thank you, Pirate.
All right. Let's see. We have you said Michael Jackson earlier, and it reminded me of this clip that we have here in the docket of Denmark. So let me share.
He said he wants his co-host to be a piece of toast. That's what I want to say.
What? His co-host to be a piece of toast.
There's something like that. It's funny.
We have him talking about Michael Jackson though, and him.
All right, let me hear this.
I think he's finding out about something that he didn't know.
Maybe he's better off being by himself.
Through Denmark.
Yeah.
He could totally run it solo and have like guests come up like every day, like just have like a never ending wheel of interns and shit.
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right, let me play this for you guys.
Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson is one of the, biggest pop stars of all time. Was really, really big during the 80s, 90s, even the 70s, you feel me? Like, he's been big his entire life. Ever since he was 5 years old, he's been famous. And I heard Keem talk a lot about how he wants people from outside the LSU and all the established creators to come in and do their thing as like as a host or whatever, bring in new eyes and shit. And who the fuck could do it better than Michael Jackson? What? Who, bruh? Name one person who could do it better than Michael Jackson. On top of that, like, we can't play fucking copyrighted music on stream, right? All due respect. We can't play that shit. But if he gave us like if he like wrote us up or whatever, or he gave us permission, or he gave us a piece of like his property, we could play this shit all day, and all of a sudden our intro songs would be much better than whatever the fuck we got going on now. We switching AI out with Michael Jackson, and I'd love for Keem to like argue that AI is better than fucking Michael Jackson, man. Stop playing with me, Keem.
I know what you're doing now.
Oh, thank you, Devin, for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so
beautiful.
much. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Dev.
Nail Slammer got one. Oh shit. Okay, let's
his mom.
Keep buy the license. Deadass, but buy the license. So we need Michael Jackson on this shit. Oh, someone said, I think Michael Jackson is a little too busy. The fuck does that even mean, bro? What do you mean?
Come on, bro. I can't.
He's from Gary as well, right? Like, exactly, yo, we getting someone out of here. What happens to the Boogie Diss Check, by the way? I'll get into that later. It's funny you say that shit, Sterling.
Oh, we need to play that too.
I want you to put that on. This
Nah, he not, bro. Stop playing.
This beat's a little weak.
Well,
you know what's funny?
He didn't know that Michael Jackson was fucking dead and has been dead for years.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Give me a break.
You think so? You think so?
Yes, he's fine.
All right, hold on. Let me get this one up here. The diss track that he has for
worst
Boogie.
bit I've ever seen him do, and I'm definitely a Denmark supporter.
Denmark is fucking hilarious, huh?
I was on Amazon yesterday, and they have like a new like dollar section. They actually had Denmark flags for like $1.
Oh
on
my
Amazon.
god!
Yeah.
I should get a little Denmark flag to fly in the back somewhere.
Put it right on your curtain. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. I'll show my support. All right, let me share this with you. This is his diss track on Boogie. So this should be interesting. I have not heard this yet, so I don't know what the fuck this is gonna sound like. Hopefully it's good.
My home! Before I die! Boogie, go see my home! You wouldn't let me leave! You wouldn't let me leave! You wouldn't let me leave!
Boogie, why your bitch look like she got Down syndrome? Did you find her at the school where you fired around? How you trying to fuck up my career and you're fired now? You're a hoe, that's on gang. I ain't tryna fuck your bitch, I'm tryna make it bang. Said you feel like a pedal, but you tryna get me bang. Said you gonna slide me out, hoe, you stacking up your man. Fuck Boogie, you a bitch, and you fat, and you only train. So you wanna finish, why you tryna fuck? Stop doing that. Y'all been all up in his brain, I swear I turned into a zombie.
Oh my
But it's okay,
god.
it's alright. I just hit a boogie phone. He said everything is fine. How you fuck a bitch you wasn't born when you was 29? Everything you do is lie when you don't believe in sex. He say, man, I wanna die. Bitch, I'm only 20, I still made this pussy cry. Said he wanna be my friend. Boogie, please don't hit my line. Hard only take me 2 weeks and I ruin his pussy life. Boogie, why your bitch look like she got Down syndrome? Did you find her at the school where you fired around? Fuck the rumor cause I said I would fly her out. How you try and fuck up my career and you're fired now?
He's like dancing like a
Fucking SoundCloud over
so
here.
whitest dance I've ever seen. Straight.
Oh my god.
I love how he's trying to like mumble rap with his deep voice and the accent. That's hilarious.
Yeah, right?
Trying to mumble rap.
He sounds like the majority of like SoundCloud rappers, like mumble
Exactly.
rap. Oh my
Exactly.
god.
It was hysterical.
All right, you said you wanted to hear him with his piece of toast, Tommy.
Yeah, he wants to co-host as a piece of toast. Actually, if he gets Pigtail Girl, it's probably a pretty good second.
I mean, she's only going to be there for like a week until she finds a new drug to have a bender on. Anyways, let's go.
Shots fired.
We got a slice of toast. Next up, I feel like a slice of toast most definitely be the perfect fucking co-host, bro. We already have Teddy. We have me. What about toast? I low-key got inspired yesterday from PB&J, lol called PB&J, and when they implemented toast into their fucking shows, that shit truly inspired me to go a different direction with this with this lol called cash shit. And honest to God, I feel like toast or just a slice of bread is more entertaining than most. It's most entertaining, like more entertaining than most people in the LCU. Anyways, I've spoken to Toast before, and you know they got some crazy political opinions. You feel me? They got some fucking
That's funny.
They got some crazy conspiracy theories or whatever, but it's cool. It's cool. Oh, he dead? What? Come on, stop playing. But first you're telling me Michael Jackson dead. Now you're telling me this slice of toast dead too.
All right, I don't want to hear his bullshit. He knows Michael Jackson was dead.
It's too good though. It's
He's
fucking
good.
hilarious.
Look, I'm not saying he's just not my bag. What can I tell you?
Okay, well, we have a clip from Rebel from this morning because you know it's Peace Day. We're supposed to be nice to each other, and not cause too much mayhem. So let's see what Rebel has to say. I'll share this with you guys, and let me press play. Let's see what they have to say. What the fuck? She's like dressed up as a president. She's got a little bow on her
The
head.
hosts.
Hey.
Let's
Okay.
start with Tommy C and Batgirl.
Hey.
I think we need to throw some positive affirmations their way.
Blow me.
I'll let you start.
Well, Tommy C, I love how energetic your voice and your laughter is. Yeah. Batgirl, I always have a
Great
very
tits.
good time watching your streams.
That's nice. Mine would be Batgirl. You do amazing cosplays.
That'll make
Tommy
it.
C,
I'll take it.
you have the voice of the gods. You know this.
Yes.
I love the fact that you're old school radio. You know, you're what I my whole life wanted to be. So
I'll
I
get
love
my
that about
coffee.
Tommy C.
GG's.
We can do this. We can do this. We can do this positivity.
Kids,
We can do this. We can do this. It's gonna get
Coffee.
hard.
Coffee, please. Thank you.
Yes, please.
I take it black.
It's beautiful.
Hey, she doesn't like that.
Huh?
Yes,
Oh, okay. Put some milk in it. That makes you feel better.
It's not gonna touch it unless if it has some creamer in there, you know, some half and half.
And white sugar, not brown sugar, white sugar.
no.
Remember that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, no straight black coffee. The Gidgey's gonna be acquiring. That's against her prerogative. Okay, let me share this with you guys.
I need more.
We got Me too. I mean, I still need to finish mine. Rastov, he was on live last night and he was sharing his feelings regarding everything. We all know Rastov has huge fifis, and we don't do fifis in the cafe. So let's watch him have some fifis, shall we?
I look like Peter Griffin.
Look who it is.
Hell yeah, let's go, Rasty!
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Glad to have you here. Like I told you in text, I'll take whatever punishment it takes to have you in that seat.
It's not about that. It's not about
the
punishment. It's not about anything like that. It's the conversation that I had about coming back. You know, I was the part of the conversation was that I wasn't going to have to do any IRL stuff because I just don't like it. I'm not.
Then
good
don't do
at
it.
Yeah,
Then don't do it.
No, he is not good at the IRL stuff. You know what happened the first and only time that Rastov went like IRL on live besides going to Keem's for the 4th of July? He was going out in public and he was only out there for like what, an hour?
If that.
He wasn't even out there the entire time until like having a panic attack. And we tried to be there for him. Like, you know what, you just gotta push through it, man. You just gotta like boss up essentially, you know, get your shit together. Because it's not that hard once you're like out there and doing it, and especially whenever you're on live too. Like that's a big spot to fill. So I mean, you kind of have to be doing some crazy shit like Boogie does, right? And Scooter did a really great fucking IRL stream too. So like, I don't know. He needs to take some notes, and I feel like he could get better at it. But it's just not his thing. But okay, let me.
I don't know. They might
Hold
pull
on.
me.
Just can I? Am I allowed?
They might pull
no,
me.
you're good.
I don't know. They might pull me up there. I don't know. They're talking
What,
about
for
doing-
live?
Yeah, I try. But I said I want to get paid. I'm not filling in because if that's like a week or something like that, then
Would
you
you
better
do
get
it?
paid.
yeah, I want to
You better
get paid for that. You know, I'll fill in for free, but I mean, I'm not like because I got to do.
flat fee.
I got to do this, then I got to go at 5 o'clock. Then I got to do the other things. So no.
Hey, flat fee.
Flat fee.
Yeah, there you go.
Flat fee. Don't do percentage bullshit. Flat fee.
He's like, "Where's my sign-on bonus?"
Straight up, bro. Straight
They
up.
haven't offered me. We'll see what happens, but I don't know.
Well, remember, right?
Yeah.
Fucking the other day when they said my name 23 times on Lolcow Live, they were talking about fucking putting you on live and bringing me back to cafe because you know y'all haven't moved, which is a complete fucking lie. Y'all definitely moved up from when I was here. And then they were talking about putting me on live because they think I would do better than fucking Scooter or whatever the fuck, you know.
But you
I
can't
don't
do
know.
live because
I
of your
can't.
job, right? Like
Here's the
time
thing.
is too late.
So I would do it, but I would need to know that I'm good for a certain amount of time because I'm not quitting my job to fucking go there 2 days and get fired. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, there's no like stability.
No.
You know,
No, I'd be like, all right,
something.
you're
I
good
kinda-
for at least this amount of time.
I don't want to have like 3 fucking shows, but I wouldn't mind doing this and something like that, something in prime time. I like to keep this. You know.
Okay, so
Oh,
would
yeah.
you
I like the idea
go
of
on
doing it, yeah.
live if they asked you?
Probably, but there'd be some guarantees. You know, I mean,
Exactly.
like as far like that's it. Yeah, then I'd probably do it. Yeah, I'd probably because I could
That's
even
true.
like do an hour in SFTP if I really had it too as well. You know, it'd be perfect.
Well,
perfect. This week.
I would
sucks,
love
and
to
it's not
see you
hard.
up there.
Mm.
I know a bunch of other people would love to see you up there as well. I get people like asking about you, like wanting to go up there all the time. You know,
No,
they're
Scooter's
always
the
like
one-
debating about it.
Scooter's what I met Scooter just a couple hours ago. I kind of liked him. I feel like I could jive with him. I feel like it works.
I
He's
feel-
funny.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
I just don't like his style of entertainment.
You're like, I don't like sticking figures up our
I don't think
butts.
he's
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
that though. I think we'd be going. I think he'd be putting the thing together and then kind of. I think it'd probably be me, Boogie, and him, and I don't know. I could torture Boogie. I kind of like to have Rastov on. To be perfectly honest with you, so I could torture
Just
him.
to keep
Wow.
poking shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Rastov, he's gonna be on Aussie still, and Rain. He's gonna be helping build up Rain with Thick Gemini. So
And balls.
he's on balls too. Still, he's doing 3 shows.
Yeah,
Oh
see,
my
I can't do 3.
That's a lot. Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah.
3 is fucking.
It's
So
over.
remember,
all of your time.
he's not getting paid.
It's over.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
'cause he's intern.
It's overexposure too. You don't want to be on that much. It's bad enough we're on every day. You know.
Well,
Yeah,
the
I
whole thing
mean.
is, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well,
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I hear a lot of people always be like, oh, we see Scooter and Rastov, and like it was Gidgy for a while. Like, we see them everywhere, like on almost every stream. Like, I'm so sick and tired of it. I kept hearing
you
people
put
say
Scooter
that.
and Rastov and me together. I think I told him like I don't want to put the show together on live. I want to snipe. I want to just create havoc. And if they let me kind of be creative and create havoc, I think it would be good. I think it would be good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I jived with Scooter. I didn't know if I would or not, but I felt very comfortable around him, and I just did it 30 minutes with him. So.
He seems like a cool dude. I ain't taking nothing away from him as a person, but like I said, just like, because normally when I'm at work is, like live is on, I'm like, I can't listen to this. Like, it's just not for me.
Yeah, but they're playing for keeps now. They're trying to bring in the big money.
Yeah, and I get that, right? I ain't mad at them trying to make their bag. It's just trying to listen to that and be entertained. It's not it for me. You got to be able to watch it, but
yeah, watching it is definitely part of the whole experience. That's why it's just not a regular podcast. That's why we have this shit on fucking YouTube, Okay, let me keep playing this. See what he says.
Explain,
yeah, I'm just saying, don't do it then.
So I was meant to intern on Balls, intern on Aussie, and I was supposed to go up with fishnets. I went up with way more than fishnets. I did the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. Like, it was the most humbling, fucking horrible experience. But I did it. Wanted to put on a good show for them. Like, it was rough, right? Did balls as normal. Ate soap. Again, stuff that I never wanted to do. And then the very next day, it's
pause
like,
a second.
All right, cool. I want you to go camp in a park.
And is it any other time that people are doing shit like he's explaining, right? He's like, oh, he's fucking like spiking the football on him. Am I wrong about that? Isn't there like I did all these things that I didn't want to do?
Yeah.
And it's almost like he's been fucking like somebody raped him or something like that. Like he had to blow a guy or something.
The whole thing is, like you do what you got to do to keep your show, and it's all about like whatever the audience wants. He wants you to do that, so it's like at some point you also have to make an ass out of yourself.
Yeah, I've done it already. I mean, I've done it already,
yeah.
And I've done stuff that I wouldn't have done on SFTP. But here's another creative. Like if my thing isn't enough and I get canned, I'm okay with that. Yeah. Like if it's like well, in order to make up for this money, that's like. Well, because she was like, we did a drinking stream and we made a lot of money and she did a good job because like back row brings the most of the money. Everybody knows that. I'm sure that was the case when you were with you.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And then she's like, well, I'll bring some booze tomorrow. And I'm like, no, you're not. I'm not having you drink every day. I'm going to turn you to only use me. Only use me.
Only use me bad.
Only use me bad. Yeah. I know. Because I can't sleep at night. Fuck that. It's not even just me. But that's the stuff that does it, and I did some. I did something like I ran up and down the stairs for a goal on my own channel, right? And it was fun. It was fun and it was funny. That's not too bad, my fat ass running up and down the stairs. Like fucking who cares, But there are some stuff that I'm not gonna do,
Well, one thing I told Batgirl, I was like, if you just do literally all the fucking stunts and I'm just here, I'd feel bad as a person. Because like I need to feel like I need to do something too. If you're going
I'm
just saying though, right? Yeah. I'm like, I don't want you making an ass out of yourself. I'm just here talking pure shit. Like I don't want to do
most
that,
of
right?
them now. She does most of them now, and
she's awesome. She's very creative and can come up with the shit.
She does most of them now. But I don't think that's the only thing I've nixed.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a line, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I told her on the last episode of Cafe before I ended, I was like, "You helped me save the channel," and I legitimately meant that. Like, she helped me save the channel. So I've
trying my damnedest
for that.
Yeah, my hardest.
You did amazing, and you were awesome at it. Like I couldn't have asked somebody better. Truly.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
I saw the predicate. He's good at grifting. I don't see how he's that good. You know what? Maybe you need a guy. My thing is like maybe you need a guy like Rastov. To schmooze people and what have you. My problem is if he was just doing that, that'd be great and great for the whole thing. But he seems to have scores to settle passive aggressively. There's my problem with Rastov, right?
I get that.
If he was just kind of grifting, getting money and making things happen, and he was cool to everybody. But, he did have a grudge against this channel for whatever. That's just a weird thing. Have a grudge against a YouTube channel. This is their own network.
He was cool with everybody before, but then remember Ken whenever he was on live for like the first time and everybody was like pushing him to like shit on the people who were donating and it was so hard for him to do, and now it's just like easy as shit. But he can dish shit out, but it's hard for him to take it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Well, I said this before. I said, like, I kind of blame King for this one because, like, let's just say, right? He thinks he's better than everybody else. Let's just go with that. When you have the leader of the thing telling you, because Keem told him on a live one day, these are going to be your decisions to make, right? Keem said that of his words because it's like, oh, cool. So I'm the number 2, right? And when all these decisions happen, and Keem always goes to Rastov to talk to him about decisions to make, getting his opinions and all that shit. Mm-hmm. You're going to feel a little bit higher yourself that you're better than certain people, So I kind of blame Keem for that one because if he's putting all the shit in his fucking head, and then all of a sudden he's like, if you don't think I'm good enough, then fire me, and Keem fires him, then it's like, well, fuck me, right? Like anybody can really.
I don't know. You got to have a certain fucking, I disagree with you. And I'll tell you why. Because it's one thing to work with the boss. I get what you're saying, and I don't think you're wrong, by the way. I think it's exactly what happened. But I don't think it's Keem's fault. It takes a little self-control and a little humility that should have been installed by his parents prior to that. So that would have kept it from happening. You know what I mean?
You gotta stay humble, though,
he's not humble to begin with. So, you're right. It probably he gave him the Becky juice and he went right to the fucking moon with
That's
it.
What
right?
I was about to get into that.
So,
it's like what he did
but
with
if
Becky.
but I got to be honest with you. If Keem had done that to me, I would still have the same relationships I have now.
Yeah.
So it's some of it's him and his ego and his issues that he's got to deal with. It's not it. But you're right. You're literally correct. I'm not disagreeing with you that's what happened, but it's still his character. It's not Keem's problem. Keem blew me up. We beat Joe Rogan on certain weeks on certain charts and debated. Like, I never walked around the house like I'm fucking better than Joe Rogan. And you know what? I think some people around this bitch would. That's me.
Sure.
That's
me.
Let it
get to them.
Well, it's kind of like when you're here, you have to have an ego. You have to have some sort of
you have to have a look at me ego.
Right?
You have to have a look at me ego. Look at me. I'm doing something great. Look at me. It's a musician's ego, right? After that, it's not like, oh well, listen to me, do what I do what you're told. That's a different ego. I don't have that. I have a look at me ego for sure. Yeah, I agree with you. But not, it doesn't go any farther than that. Like, okay, you're entertained by me. Now let me tell you how to live your life. No.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So.
Oh, wait a second. Keem just posted literally 2 minutes ago in the announcements. Rastov has been hired back as host for agreeing to be on Lol Cal Rain. I think he proved he has his ego in check.
We'll see.
Wait. Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see.
Or here's what I was. Mate, you gotta get Tommy off me, mate. You gotta tell him to calm down. That's what it sounded like to me.
I'll come back and Tommy
get him off me, mate.
I was gonna say, I was watching live last night. Well, some of it because it went on for 8 fucking hours. They were doing an extension stream, and Boogie was like on shrooms. But Rastov, somebody said in the chat like, "Oh, Tommy C was like right about you," and he legitimately held on to that for like fucking like 5 or 10 minutes, and then later he was like, "So what was Tommy saying about me?" So it's like he cares so fucking much.
Like Boogie was like warning him. He's like, "Don't let Tommy get in your head. Just take it with a grain of salt." And I think a lot of if the whole thing with him getting fired is 100% legit, it's because I was under his skin and he wasn't thinking right. And he's like, "Fire me, Keem." He wouldn't have said that if I wasn't under his skin. I guarantee it.
No. Well, not a lot of people know about the OG Sissy Spazak fucking argument. So Boogie knows. Like, if you want to get into somebody, right, he knows. And then I think like a month later, y'all had another fucking argument.
Yeah, I know.
And, bro, I could not wait for that fucking episode.
Boogie was always trying to assert his dominance over me in a passive-aggressive way.
Always.
You
just
and
went
then I
at
think
his
he
ass.
learned towards the end, if you work with me, it's a lot easier than trying to look better than me, Because I'm good at pointing people's... Like, look, we all wear masks, every single one of us. Some are bigger than others. The mask is how you want the world to perceive you. Okay? Mm-hmm. I am a master. All the masks is invisible on the surface. I am a master seeing that mask. This is how you want to be perceived. It's not that I'm psychic. It's not that people call it a good judge. It's just that I can see that mask. I know how you want to be perceived. I mean, and I also know, and I'm also like, not stupid enough to think that, well, I don't do that. No, I do that too. There's a certain way I want to be perceived. to make money and make a good show and
Yeah.
get my reputation so I can try to make more money. I mean, that whole thing's playing into it.
Most people
But-
have
Yeah.
that same.
Yeah, everybody
outlook.
has that to a certain extent. I'm sure when Ken walked in, there's a certain way he wanted to come off, and there's a certain thing you wanted when Ken. Like that's normal. That's normal human. When that mask becomes your worldview, and that mask is like everything that you perceive, and you're not even mildly conscious of it, that's when you have a problem. That's when you have a Rastov. That's when you have an ego problem.
Well, I've always tried to like be as close to my character as possible here
Me
on
too.
Cafe. Like when I was here, I always that way I ain't got to worry about.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit,
Look,
am I
I
gonna
don't.
slip up, right?
I don't yell around. I don't run around. This is gonna shock you, Ken. I don't run around telling people I'm the talent. I'm better than everybody. But yeah,
I am the talent.
yeah. It's like I don't do that, you know.
Like,
But for here, I do.
squeak.
Yeah,
Well, just like when I did the whole I'm the 6'5" Sigma male Greek god, right?
Yeah,
I don't do that in my real
yeah,
life.
exactly.
I was trying to be a little
That's the
arrogant,
entertainment
right?
part.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's better. Is it better to be like a total method actor and then believe your own bullshit, or is it better to turn it on and off? I'm thinking on and off is good. The only problem with turning on and off though is if you're in a bad mood, sometimes it's hard to turn it on. You know. Like,
That's facts, bro.
but
That's
if you're a
facts.
complete psychopath and like a total 24-hour method actor, then it's no problem for you to turn it on.
Unfortunately, you get like Heath Ledger. Unfortunately, when he
I
became
was
the
just
Joker.
about to say, like, we
Yeah.
don't need to get to that point, you know.
What
like,
was
it's
he doing?
that
I thought he was.
bad.
I thought he was like reasonably normal, right? Heath Ledger.
Dude, when he started the Joker thing, dude, like he got in it, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I think
yeah.
like a few months later, he ended up like taking care of himself. And a lot of people said like he became like a dark person. Like people didn't know him anymore. Like the Joker like took over his life.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
very
and
sad.
heroin.
It was a good mix of both. Not gonna
Dead
lie.
before that movie came out. It's like the greatest performance in movie history. It really
Yeah.
is.
I know.
You know,
I mean, I knew he was a good actor and everything, but I had no idea how good he was. I'd seen him a couple of movies and I liked him, and he was great in The Patriot. He was awesome in that movie. I love that. It was one of my son's like favorite movie. You know, I love when Mel Gibson chops up those fucking lines with a goddamn tomahawk. It's great. It's fucking, I feel so American when I see that. Oh God, it's like totally God, kill the like. I don't even hate Brits, and I'm like, kill those redcoats, please. You know, aim small, miss small, yeah. You know.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I was
What
gonna-
were you gonna say, Ken?
I gotta watch Full Metal Jacket and I feel American.
You like that?
Oh, there you go.
I don't like that movie.
Really?
No, not because here's the thing. I think once you get your pets the basic training scene, it's not a very good war movie, and it's not very realistic. And even the
That's
scene at
fair.
the end when the guy gets shot, right? That seems to be some kind of civilian fantasy to me. Like when the drill sergeant gets shot, that seems like somebody that doesn't know anything about the military would write about the military. Right?
Yeah, that is
because
very.
here's the
like,
thing. No matter how fucked up you are, and I'm sure a few drill sergeants have been shot and killed over the year, but not a lot, right? No matter how fucked up you are, you're probably still afraid of that guy. My uncle told me, and it's like 30 years after Vietnam, that if he saw his drill sergeant, he would fucking stand up and salute him. You know, that's how scared he was, of him.
Yeah.
You know, I got to be honest with you. I haven't seen, was it the Drill Sergeant Swanky? I'm still scared of Drill Sergeant Swanky to this motherfucking day. He was a crazy
Swanky? That was his name?
He was I think he was Indian, like American Indian. And he was infantry. And
I love that.
He was fucking tough.
There was a short Filipino dude that kept fucking with me.
Oh,
right,
really?
and he was a drill sergeant.
Yeah,
And
because
I
you're
thought
fucking
he was-
6'8".
Yeah, dude, he was all like 5'4", and he was like, "I'll fuck you
That's
up."
all I am.
Yeah, he was like,
It's
"Try me,
me
bro."
trying to say I'm gonna be your ass. That's all I am.
I guarantee he was telling the other drills, "Hey, watch this. I'm gonna go after
Oh, yeah,
the big
100%
guy."
was.
Yeah.
Because I was the biggest dude in the whole fucking like company, right? Fucking, we were 4th platoon, death row, right? He fucking went at me every single
that's
day.
so
Like, I will
funny.
fuck you up.
That's
Like, I bet
so
you will,
funny.
bro.
He probably would out PT it because all those guys.
100% he would.
Yeah, he probably out PT. Those guys are really good that way. What the coolest thing? I'll tell you a quick story of the military, and then we got to end the show if you can believe that. I
We got
grew up-
3 minutes
This
left.
shit flew, bro.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know.
Yeah, it was a good time. We have to do it again for sure. We'll do this once in a while.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
special. So let's let some like drama go by, and then we could do this every so often. We'll see what happens.
Hey,
So fun.
set a
it
goal,
was- it
bro.
was
I
fun. It
got
was
you.
good
I'm
time.
here.
It was a good time. So real quick, the cruelest thing that was done to me in the military, right? I grew up in New York. I was a big Yankee fan growing up, right? Well,
Yep.
when you get to the Army, everybody hates everybody from the New York area.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the only people that might be hated more are Texans, and Texans hate you too. Okay. So this is 2004. I'm in there, right? I call my dad and I said, "So what are the Yanks doing?" He said, "They're up 3-0 on the Sox. It is over." And I'm like, "Oh, great!" Right? That was the last call I had for a long time. So I'm looking at the time. It's like lately mid-November. The Yankees must have won the World Series by now. They're up 3-0, and who the hell else is in the NHL in the National League to take them over? So you're not supposed to do this. So I did. I guts. I was like, I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. I asked drill sergeant. I go, drill sergeant. Yeah, soldier. Yankees won the World Series. He looks me dead in the eye. He goes, yeah. He walks away. That's it. Well, the Yankees, for the first team in history to drop 4 in a fucking row and lost to the Boston Red Sox. The Sox would go on to win it. I didn't find that out until December, 2 weeks before I was supposed to leave.
Oh my God.
I went out to
That's
we won
fucked
the World Series and nobody knew. Nobody could yeah, we won the World Series. What an asshole.
That
And
was
I don't
a
even
big
think he was like
Hilarious.
from Boston, and then I would have understood it. I think he was a hillbilly motherfucker from God knows where. You know? So
Dude.
there you go.
So like my battle buddy always tried to like psych out the drill sergeants, and it was always like group punishment. So I get punished with him. I was like, bro, I swear to God, you do this show, I'm beating your ass. Like, don't stop.
Yeah.
Just stop it. Like, it was bad, but yeah.
All right,
Totally
everybody.
on the wall.
Well, we got several seconds left. We got the
Yeah.
redirect in there and everything.
Yup,
I shouldn't
everything's
have.
all good.
I don't know why I ask you. You're always on it.
Yep, I'm always.
And Cash is next. Denmark and all those jerks are next, right? Are they?
Yeah.
Who's next?
I think it's just
Cash.
Denmark. I think it's just him, unless if Smooch is still on there.
Go
with him,
watch
but
Denmark and a piece of toast.
Yeah, toast.
That's it. Thanks for having me back, guys. Chat, thank you for the love. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Ken. Thanks, everybody. Make sure you go support the rest of the LCU, no matter how lame they might be. But Denmark's pretty good. And definitely support everybody. We're not quite there yet, and there we are. Good night.